Grace and peace. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like the words that's coming out of my mouth, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, share, become part of the Talk to Me Spirit family. What it do, fam? What's up? Can your homegirl get some love? Thank you for the love. Thank you for support. Once again, thank you for holding it down. Thank you for choosing you, because it's a beautiful rising. Yeah. You have a brand new day, brand new mindset. All right. Let's take time and give thanks. Breathe in. Release. One more time. Breathe in. Release. One more time. Breathe in. Hold it. Honor your thoughts, positive and negative. And as you exhale slowly, release everything that no longer resonates with your highest good. Put your hand over your heart and give thanks. First of all, you are alive. Second of all, you can see. And lastly, you feel that beating? A lot of people was denied that today. All right, I have already told my team I am the voice of the voiceless. A lot of y'all have been wondering where I've been. Sometimes my team will put me on timeout. I've been in a hiatus. I get pulled on a lot. As you know, I am a shaman. I am a grandmaster, violet flame, golden flame, Reiki healer. And, you know, the teacher has to rest as well. Okay? Those who follow me on different social media platforms, you heard me say that when the Pope was sick, you know, in remembrance, you know, I go out, my heart goes out to his family, those that are still living. Okay? Who am I to judge where he's going? No one knows. But I predicted that he was going to die and they was going to reveal it on Easter Monday. Okay? I also told y'all for preparations, this is the second Exodus. As you see, things are going to start happening and it's going to speed up. Okay? Famine. Get some seeds, guys. And if you can, you know, you can put a little greenhouse. If you got room in your apartment, you could put a little greenhouse in your room or in your kitchen if you have an apartment. Okay, so there's no excuse. You just can't get a bountiful one, but you can get enough. Okay, they are contaminating the food, so it's time for you to get seeds while you can. Okay, you're going to mix it with your DNA, your saliva, and it's going to help it. You're going to whisper to it because you are part of earth. Okay, so command it to grow. Bless it. Talk to it. Plants are a spirit. Tell it what its job is to benefit you. Okay, you can grow cucumbers, even if it's mini cucumbers. Okay, tomatoes, spinach. Spinach is easy to grow. So spirit is saying it's time. A lot of people they cutting back on y'all food stamps. They cutting back on things that was meant to help you, because you know what? There's always a bad guy. There's always a Judas that messes up for everybody. Okay? Sometimes y'all broadcast stuff y'all shouldn't broadcast. Okay? And you know, once again, you can't trust everybody. So if you're blessed with $600-700, you know, that's meant for you. Okay? If you want to help somebody, you can donate to a pantry or you can donate to somebody, okay, and buy food for them. Stop selling your stuff, okay? Because sometimes y'all going to sell to somebody that's undercover for another undercover brother, all right? And y'all really messing it up, okay? This is not for everybody, all right? Also, Spirit wants y'all to try a different approach. But go see a doctor. I'm not a doctor, never played one on TV. Okay? So some of y'all need to take like Palo Azul is for kidneys. It's a wood that turn blue. It helps with kidneys. Burdock root, dandelion, wolfberries, goji berries. Okay, if you're lacking potassium, try to incorporate more bananas, avocados in your thing. If you don't like avocados and you like guacamole, eat the guacamole. Okay, start incorporating different things in your body. All right. Also, I'm hearing wash it, cleanse it. All right. So let's get into the message, shall we? All right. My word is not for everybody. All right. The first card is get off your ex page. Say a prayer and go to sleep. Okay. Stop spying on the brother. If he wanted you, he would have stayed with you. Stop spying on the girl. If she wanted you and you did what you were supposed to do, you shouldn't have told that lie. Let her go. If they heal and want to come back, that's a blessing. Okay? Another thing Spirit want me to tell y'all, apologies is a form of repentance. When you apologize to yourself and to others, that is a form of repentance. Forgiveness is a gift that you can offer yourself or offer to another person, or another person can offer to you. They're not obligated to give you that gift. Okay? If you do your job and apologize, you did your part. It's not up to them to give you a gift because you did your repentance. Okay? Also, Spirit says sometimes, once again, it's easier to pour into people that pour into you. It's hard to pour into people that don't like you, that don't like your skin color, that don't like your nationality, don't like your faith, don't like what God you call your God. Who are we to judge? We listen without judgment. This is the second Exodus. A lot of y'all being prepared to go free people. All right. So the card is get off your ex page, say a prayer and go to sleep. Bless them and move on. You're not going to find anything worthwhile snooping around your ex Insta or Facebook, TikTok or Snap or whatever the heck. They're your ex for a reason. Okay, that contract ended. You're making yourself miserable because you keep feeding it, feeding it, feeding it. And every time you feed it, it grows, it grows, it grows. Yes, it hurts because that was a contract. Yes, that hurts because it was a soul tie. Okay, ask yourself, what are you looking for them? What you're looking for from them, and see if you can give it to yourself. You almost always can. Some of y'all not spending time with y'all. Some of y'all are not giving that love you giving to other people. Okay? They say a little prayer for all the lumpy, bumpy, broken hearts in the world, especially your own. Double brownie points. If you can manage one of your ex hearts too, okay, that's time for bed now. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's broke, you heal and another one will come your way. All right? Dance like everyone else can go to, you know what, Hades, H-E-double-L hockey sticks, okay, themselves. All right? We cut ourselves off from joy far too often because we worry what other people think of us. Remember I told you about misunderstanding. People know what you're talking to about. People know more than what they letting on to. Okay? You get upset because you're not getting a response that you was expecting. Sometimes that response is for you to give it to yourself. Once again, apology is a form of repentance. Forgiveness is a gift. All right? Take a moment today to look around and silently tell everyone to go F themselves. Then dance. Everybody's not for you. Your words is not for everybody. Blessings follow you in and blessings follow you out. Your job is to deliver the message, not what they do with it. All right? Stuff you don't have time for. Other people's stuff, crazy stuff, bull stuff, stupid stuff, fake stuff, stuff that has nothing to do with you. Mind the business that pay you. When you mind your own damn business, you'll be more at peace. If someone is gossiping about another person, mind your business, because, baby, trust me, they waiting for your response so they can go back and tell that other person you said and add it on to it. Trust me. They don't say that. They leave out the part that they said. All right? Mind the business that pays you. When you're supposed to get in it, when you see someone getting hurt, you see someone getting robbed, you see someone fighting for their life, y'all ignore that. The math ain't mathing, baby. Once you drop that kind of bull crappy day, you'll have a whole lot more hours in the day to do awesome stuff. Find stuff to do that vibes with your soul. Stuff that has no negative consequences. Stuff to make you say, oh, hell yes. Maybe even do some stuff that benefits the world in some way. You had time for the fuck yeah shit. Okay? What that say? That's what you need to tell people when they bring in that negativity. That's what you need to miss me with that BS. Okay? This is your mantra today. That's what you need to tell negativity. That's what you need to tell those people, those monetary spirits. All of a sudden, why are you concerned? Pay attention to people. Okay? Because you're going to start seeing the energy vampires exposed. You're going to start seeing your Judases exposed. And sometimes you're the Judas. You're going to see who you truly are. But that is your mantra today. Say it in a New Jersey Italian accent. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Add emphasis to it. If bullshit shows up, give it a fuck out of here. Okay? And send it its way. This should probably be a silent mantra all at work, at school, and pretty much anywhere in public. But it's still highly effective when you keep it all to yourself. You can also rebuke something in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. Okay, a lot of y'all are about to get tried. All right. Cancer, Mars is no longer in Cancer. So I know a lot of y'all, like my Scorpios, my Aries, Cancer, y'all was going through it. Any of y'all had those placements because it was an emotional wreck. You didn't know, you felt like Red Bull. You didn't know if you wanted to cry or punch somebody in the throat. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all, like I said, now that it's out, a lot of energy vampires is about to be exposed. A lot of truth that is hidden is about to be exposed. Okay? This is what I'm hearing. It's really time. A lot of y'all are stepping in y'all true divine calling. Okay? We have dog. Y'all going to start seeing people that's truly loyal to you. But first, you got to be loyal to you and loyal to your team. Okay? So you could be seeing a dog, a Cocker Spaniel could be significant. Okay? You may be feeling like those around you let you down or not doing their fair share of work. That was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen because you pouring too much in that cup. And when you look at yours, they not filling yours up. They not giving you a refill. They only call you when it's codependent to them. They only want to talk to you when they want to dump something on you. You're not a porta potty. You're not an ATM machine. Okay? This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Stop with lurking your ex. Stop giving that man or that woman false hope. Stop leading them on. And you only want because the sex is fire, or when your gas load thing get empty, you want money, or when it's time to pay rent, you want a little extra something to have in your pocket, so you spread. Come on, that's wrong. That's thinking less of you. Okay, that shows your character. What is the angel number? And I don't care if you get triggered. I don't care if you get offended. It must be said. 1111, enlightenment. You are walking a path towards enlightenment where you will reach a state of being that transcends the physical realm. As you embark on a journey within, you touch the divine essence of your existence, discovering the realization of your true nature and a truth beyond the well of illusions and ignorance. A lot of y'all see in 1111. Remember, angels' numbers is not always positive, baby. It's a conduit of energy. So if you already know the positive meaning of 1111, you need to see what the negative is, especially if your day is feeling off and you see an 1111. That's telling you what's the negative of 1111. or that's the frequency you're supposed to be meditating on. Okay? Angels numbers give positive and negative meanings. Okay? Y'all just can't say, oh, this and this. No. When you see cardinals, when you see insects like spiders, if your day is not how it's supposed to be, and you start seeing the spider, someone is blocking you. Someone is binding you. You have to see both sides. Okay? You just can't see one. All right? Let's get into the message. Everything is not going to be gravy, baby. Every day ain't going to be a good day. You're going to have off days because you are called. You took the road less traveled. When you are called, a lot is required of thee. Remember, sometimes y'all were called and your pride and ego got in the way. You didn't answer the call. Everybody that's called is not sent out. And everybody that's called is not chosen. Once again, energy is a conduit, good and evil. So when you hear people say, I am chosen, okay, you know there's 144 chosen of the light. There's 144 chosen of the dark. That's why you have the left-hand path. That's why you have the right-hand path. Do the math. Do the math. Once again, you need to start testing the energy. Y'all too open. Y'all need to really stop saying WELCOME. And a lot of people are talking about the movie Sinners. If you notice, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen trailers. And basically, it's in any vampire movie. You have to invite them in. All right? So when you go around saying the WELCOME, you're inviting whatever is on that person to come into you. It's called spiritual transfer. That's how people get possessed. That's how people get attachments. Y'all too inviting. Because you're not testing the energy. You're not testing the spirit. Discerning of the spirit is different from the spirit of discernment. Totally different. And a lot of people in church claim they claim it that they know what spirit and they off. They quick to say, especially prophets. A lot of prophets get a hard, they get it hard. And that's one reason. I mean, God chooses everybody. God has favorites, but he favors his prophets. He favors his apostles. But apostles have it hard because they are constantly rejected, because they're very harsh. They say things people say, why did you say that? Because it was meant to say. That's why they call the voice of the voiceless. Okay? And a lot of church people claim because they go to church, they know the Bible back and forth. Like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, how they did Jesus. They were calling him necromancer. They was calling him black magic. They was calling him all types of names. All right? He got rejected. All right? But they could not discern the spirit. And they also, some of them didn't have the spirit of discernment. Everyone does not have the spirit of discernment. And a lot of people don't have the spirit of discerning spirits. Totally different. You need to test the spirit. You know what's good and what's bad. All right? Discernment is good judgment. A judgment of character. You know right off the bat, that's a good person, or no, that's a bad person. That is discernment. That's a good thing. That's a bad thing. That's a discernment. Good, judgment. Discerning of the spirit. That's not the spirit of God. That's not the spirit of this. That's an evil spirit. That is a demon. That is a daemon. That is an angelic spirit. That's the difference. For those that say, I don't know the difference. Can you please explain it? I just did. All right. 3-card spirit. A lot of y'all going through a death and rebirth. And a lot of y'all are lowering your price tags for people. You only meant to lower your price tags when God, your Father, asked you to lower your price tags. All right? Once again, when you go to church, you give your 10%. Those that do not give their 10%, you give an offering. God uses the pastor, the bishop, the reverend, the suffering bishop, the whatever, okay? The message. He's giving his gift for free. But when you go and pass that basket around, you're paying for that energy and that time. And that's supposed to go, 10% is supposed to go to him into the church. But the rest is supposed to go somewhere when people need it. That is a faithful tithe member. And see, they all misusing that, okay? They misusing that. All right? But a lot of y'all are doing the opposite. Y'all jacking up your prices, knowing in your heart that person really don't have it. Sometimes God will lay it on your heart. You're supposed to see that person's heart and say, you know what? I'm going to bless you today, because by blessing you, that's how I get blessed. I'm going to answer you. I'm going to give you this reading for free. You know? And then when there's times when people do take advantage of you, you say no. Okay? I'm not on your time. Okay? Respect my time. I will respect your time. Some people take it overboard. But y'all going through a death and rebirth. Those who are last will be first. Those who are first will be last. You're going through a life cycle. You're going through a life cycle. And it's going to, when you go through this life cycle, it's going to raise you up into your spiritual journey. This is your season for a lot of people. You was once a student. Once you were blind, but your spiritual eyes are opening up. You're getting ready to be that teacher. Those that were a teacher, you have grown. You have a lot of growth and expansion. You're about to be that master. Okay? That master. You're about to step into your God-like goddess energy. Lowercase g. Okay? There's only one capital G, people. Put some respect on it. Stop giving other people the capital G. They are a lowercase g. Okay? Stop. There's only one capital G. All right? But y'all going through a transformation. It's going to bring in a lot of good karma for a lot of people. And for a lot of people, your good karma has come to an end because you took it the wrong way. You took it the wrong way. So now it's time for you to pay the piper. Now it's time for you to see all those people that you hurt eat. And it's going to bring in a lot of jealousy. Why her? Why him? All right? But y'all stepping in. Or remember, y'all stepping into that higher friend energy. All right? You must decrease the increase. Why is the death card here? Spirit, show me clearly. The death card, you have the briefcase, power, fair work, responsible, stability, ambition, importance, new business adventure, stress-free. You deserve it. You deserve it. This is your time. Your crooked path is about to be made straight. You get ready to get beauty for your ashes. Okay? Under also, you have the arrow. Narrow-mindedness, that's a death to that. Egotistical, that's a death to that. Confrontation, that's a death to that. Betrayal, that's about to end. That's a death to that. Defensive, disappointments, missing the mark. They missing the mark. They trying. You so protected, it's not working anymore. That's why they spying on you. That's why they can't touch you. They take notes. Okay? Then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing for the best for you. Someone could be connected to the Sphinx, Egyptian, you into Egyptianology, Kemet line. Under the Wheel of Fortune, heavy losses. Remember I said you got to decrease the increase. Some people are greedy. Your Judases is being exposed, okay? You are lightening your load, all right? Things are ending. You have to decrease the increase. You're about to be fruitful and multiply. And I'm not talking about popping out babies. Okay? Tainted relationships. That season ended. You get ready to start in a new season. A lot of y'all are in a timeline where y'all supposed to meet that other person. Y'all have jumped that timeline where you're supposed to meet these people that's going to help your business. You're in that timeline where you're going to be prosperous. A lot of y'all have jumped the timeline. That's why people are irritating you. That's why you misplacing things. All right? You may be falsely accused. That season's over because your phoenix is rising. Conflicts within a relationship. That's why I said stop watching your exes to see. All right? Stars. You're starting to divinely connect to your star seed of who you are. Okay? Your cup is about to run it over. And it's going to make a lot of people jealous. All right? Umbrella. You are divinely protected from these people. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It's going to 360 and boomerang back to them 100-fold. And they're not going to be able to handle it. You are going to see them fall down. God is going to use them as a footstool to have you open doors. God is going to have your enemies introduce you to the right people on this timeline. Okay? Start thinking things through. You're being exposed. You have to understand you must walk through the hall of haters before you walk through the hall of destiny. When you came in, they hate you because they hate your father because you were made in his image. Everybody's not going to love you. Blessings follow you in. Blessings follow you out. They reject you. It comes back to you. You're the head, not the tail. Stop chasing. You attract. You're not the victim. You're the victor. And you shall rise. Peace, love, and light. Ashe.